Welcome to a version of Let's Play Farming Simulator 2013 on Central Kansas. Alright, we got a couple things going on today. First of all, we have some corn that needs to be sold. So let's go ahead and fire that up right now. So I got this truck ready to go already, right in front of the corn silo here. And he's full of corn already, apparently. I think I was just driving around, I think, and just recording a couple things. So, let's just check to make sure the freight yard, 242, 202, yeah. Looks like the freight yard is the preferable place to sell corn. And not like that. Oof. There we go. So we're going to go ahead and not sell barley. Oh, that's why it's going over there. Jeez. That would probably make a big difference. Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and sell some corn. We'll see how much money we get and then see what to do from there. So this guy's got about 2 loads of corn. Roughly 2 loads of corn. Actually, a bit more than that, now that I think about it. 669,000. So yeah, he's got this load and one other load of corn that he can sell. So we're gonna go ahead and do that right now. This guy's being silly. Don't know why he's being silly, but he is. Alright, so we also have the corn that needs to be harvested once again. And hopefully this time around we'll be able to change up the crop. Because if we plant corn too many more times, we're gonna run into seed problems, I'm sure of it. So we're gonna have to worry about that. Let's move the steering wheel down here. Perfect. Excellent. There we go. That'll make a big difference there. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get the corn harvested here. Because it's ready to be harvested again. So this is like the 3rd corn harvest we've done. This is crazy. I don't think I've ever done so much. I don't think I've ever grown so much corn in a single run. But obviously this time around we're going to do it this way. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this guy lined up and ready to go. Perfect. Just hire a worker here. Nice. So he is almost here. Let's see how much money we make from this. So we have 5 grand right now. And we're going to see how much money we can get from this. If we can get enough money, then we will probably buy a new header, I think, is what's going to happen. Somebody made a comment. I forget which episode it was, but someone said this first field is a field it's $170,000. I thought he was joking, but he's not. Field 1 is actually $170,000, which seems a bit low considering the prices of the other fields. So it kind of surprised me a lot, but we're still gonna go for it. We might as well. That's the way the map creator did it. He probably did it. He or she probably did it on purpose, just as a way of making it easy to get us an additional field. I think you actually start maybe with that one or one of those ones. So the funny thing about this truck, it takes forever to load. So the corn, or unload I should say, the corn husker actually would be done by now basically, but this guy, not so much. Oops, not this tractor. This tractor. So someone made a really interesting comment in a previous episode. I have to think about who it is now. Nice. I love how this thing sounds. Someone made a really interesting comment about not this particular tractor, but the grain cart we're using. And the interesting point was the fact that they were saying that you probably would need something a bit more powerful than this New Holland here, because this New Holland only has 240 horsepower. And what they were saying was you probably need something a bit more powerful. So in light of that comment, we're gonna go ahead and use the Cummins this time around, just as a way of changing it up here a little bit. I don't know if we'll have the same cool sound from when it unloads and it revs up the RPMs, but we'll find out. We will find out. So we're going to go ahead and use the Cummins because this guy has 300 horsepower. And they also mentioned that articulated tractors is a good idea for this size of overloader here. So, like I said, in light of that comment, I'm going to go ahead and use this for overloading this time around, which is going to be a bit interesting because I don't normally use articulated tractors for overloaders, but I thought, what the heck, might as well. We don't use this tractor for much else other than seeding at the moment. Seeding and fertilizing, so I figured, hey, you know what, let's go ahead and give it a go. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad, actually. Not too bad at all. So we made... So we started at 5,000, so we made 13,000 from one load of corn. 13,000. So that truck is probably coming back and going to sell another load of corn. So I'm assuming another 13,000, which actually won't be enough for a new header. That is going to make it interesting. Rather interesting. Because I don't want to do a corn harvest every single time. We do need to change it up a little bit. Come on, Cummings. You could do it. You're the little tractor that could. Actually, a pretty big tractor, but... There we go. Just the road. I don't know why that road's so slow. Alright, so let's go ahead and fire this guy up. Put him in overloader mode. Put this guy in manual mode. Set him to drive the nearest waypoint. He's got beacons on. I guess that's good. I don't know why he's not picking up the John Deere. Maybe it's just because where he's located. It's weird. Even though I have it set on select it manually, sometimes it won't pick up the combine originally. But now that I put it in here, it should pick it up, but still not going to. Ah, that's funny. It's going to be interesting. I wonder what it's going to do. Other than drive right into that combine. Jeez. There it goes. We'll see. Maybe it won't work properly. We're going to find out momentarily. So he's probably going to do a little roundabout thing and it's going to stop here where he normally would stop and then go from there. I don't know. Alright, the Kenworth is coming back for another load. So we'll probably get around 20-something odd $1,000. It's going to be interesting. Going to be interesting indeed. Okay, let's see if he actually picks up the combine this time. Because if he doesn't, I'm just going to switch it back to the New Holland. He should. There it goes. Okay. Whew. I was going to say, that guy doesn't pick him up the second time around. Not good. Not good at all. You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to sell some silage just so we make a bit more money. And we already have it set up there, so we might as well sell a little bit of it. As I've mentioned before, I don't like selling silage a lot. But I seem to do it every single season at some point. And it tends to be at the start. And it just gives you a little bit of an extra little kickstart. Especially on this map, because these fields are enormous. And in order to buy them, you do need to make a lot of money. And of course, we don't make that much money yet. Because we have one field. And only having one field is not cool. So our Kenworth is doing a second run there, it looks like. He's driving back and forth in a erratic manner for some reason. I don't know why. Whoops. I gotta remember about that. He's starting ledges. Alright, so I guess this is the Cummings finally coming around. Wow, really? That was awfully slow. I'll probably need to increase his speed. Oh, he is really slow because he's normally seeding. Ha! Let's move this up to 14. That'll probably make it a bit easier for him to stay on top of things. Is he going to be okay? Looks like he will be. Excellent. Yeah, it's because I had him set to 6 kilometers or 6 miles an hour as a seeding speed, which is kind of, you know, not crazy slow, not crazy fast. So somewhere in the middle there. So that's the reason for that. I'm going to go ahead and hire him so he actually continues to move. Doesn't just stop and sit there. Yeah, that goes to show you, look how heavy that thing is. Like, when that tractor stops like that, the whole little back end pops up a little bit. That's crazy. Anyways, let's go back here. So like I said, we're going to sell a little bit of silage, again, mainly just for progression's sake. We're going to go ahead and, you know, use that. Might as well. It's there. It's not being used at the moment, so hit it nice and slow. There we go. Jeez. Even going slow, you see the back of the tractor just pop up there? That's ridiculous. Someone was saying I should have bought the GMC truck instead of the West trailer. Which is an interesting comment. And there's let me tell you the little reason why, like the little story behind this. It's not, I don't know the person per se. I think it was Zach, I think, was the person who left the comment. They were saying I should have gotten the GMC. There's a couple reasons why I didn't get the GMC at that time. I may actually get it in this series. Really, you stuck here? Oh, you are. I must have... Can I actually unlock and drive off now? Oh, I can. Sweet. Didn't need to start the truck. So let me get back to the story. So yeah, someone said I should get the GMC truck because it's made for, it can take silage. Very true indeed, sir. It does indeed take silage. But at that time, it had a really I didn't like it, let's say that. I didn't like the gear system that it had on it. It was a little annoying for me personally. So, really? That's working? Wow. How is that possible? Huh. That's strange. Alright, well, that's weird. Yeah, so I had a weird gearing system on it that I didn't like very much before. So what I actually did is I actually modded the XMLs to take the gearing system out. And I actually modded the XML as well, so it would accept more fruit types than it accepts. So at the time when I first looked at the mod, it actually had a few fill types that I liked, and a few fill types that made no sense. Why is it? That's so strange. I don't know why it's doing it like that. I'll accept this, but that's just really strange that I can actually access the silage that's in there, even though it's not even touching the ground. Anyways, yeah, so I had a few things that I didn't like about it, so I've been mucking about with it to see if I can get it to work the way I want it to work. There's a really interesting reason why I think it's a cool little truck. My in-laws actually have a truck just like that, which makes it kind of funny. And they use it for hay specifically, because that's what they use it for. So I kind of want to use it because of that, but we will see whether or not we actually get around to it. So let me just show you what I've done to it so far. So I took out the gear system, where you had to hit your left mouse or your right mouse button to gear up, gear down. Took that out. And here it is. This is the one Zach was talking about. And I also changed the fill type. So now it can accept wheat, barley, canola, corn, grass, windrow, dry grass. Those are all various types because I know those ones work. But I don't know which ones I don't actually need. So I just put some extra ones in there. So it can accept straw now, basically what it boils down to. It can accept straw, it can accept grass, it can accept grass that's raked first, and it can accept grass that's straight cut as well. So that's what I did, and that was the reason why I haven't picked it up yet, was because of those reasons. So I had a few things I wanted to adjust in it, but I think I will get it eventually, because I do like it. It would be a nice little truck around the farm, just to get some little things done. That would be helpful. Bobcat, you are this one. Yeah, so I think that's what I'll probably do with it eventually, is I'll probably just get a few things around the yard with it, or use it for that purpose, for those few things. That's so strange. It's like the fill level's like above the Bobcat, even though it's obviously not, so that's strange. Yeah, so that's the reason why I didn't get that, Zach, if you're interested. Because I was still fiddling around with it, trying to get it to work properly. It doesn't work with Courseplay in combi. What's it called? Combi mode. It doesn't work there. So if I were to use it with Courseplay, I could only use it as a drive. I guess it would be direct transfer way. I couldn't set it up to work with Courseplay and use it as a silage truck. I would have to do it myself, which I may do in the future, but at this particular time, it's not going to happen. But if I can get that to work, I may very well, you know, pick it up. So it's definitely a possibility. I do like the truck. The inside could use a definite overhaul. It's not very pretty on the inside yet. I hope the guys over at American Eagle Modding do take it up a notch with that particular truck, because it's a cool little truck. Oh, it's already turned off. We'll just leave it here for the time being. Because it's a cool little truck, and I think they could make it into a nice little, a nice truck, like maybe something like this, except with the old school GMC. So this guy's just chilling out here. So let's just send him on his way one more time. Might as well. And we actually are going to need him soon anyways, because he's going to need to overload, take the truck back and forth there. So this field right here is $170,000. What is this truck doing? I don't know why it does that initially. I must have screwed up the course when I recorded it. Anyways. So we could actually, let me see, $170,000. The funny thing is I could actually sell this field right here for $516,000, which is a smaller field, and buy a bigger field. Does that make sense? Nope. Can you do it? Yes. Am I going to do it? No. That's just a little too strange. I want the extra field. I don't want to only have one field still. But that's a pretty big field, mind you. What do we got, Heller? So that is a small. That's a pretty big field for only $170,000. It's. I don't know if that was a mistake and it's supposed to be 1.7 million. That would actually make a bit more sense, because let me see. Field 2 is 2.4 million. Field 3, which is right here, is 1.6 million. So, and what about 19? 19 is 2 million. So it seems like this might or should have been 1.7 million, but they forgot a zero. That's my guess, because that seems severely underpriced in comparison to the other fields on the map. That's just my point of view, though. But I guess we could exploit this particular feature, and it allows us to get another field at some point. $44,000. Let's take a quick peek at headers to see if we can afford a header for our John Deere S690i. Ooh, almost. 35-foot header with a I'm not gonna buy that trailer. Honestly, I'm not gonna buy it, because I'm just gonna use the one I have, which I like better. We can actually get this pretty soon. We should be able to get it after this guy sells this load, I think. But the problem is, I think we will be kind of in the low money area if we do that. So, all right, how much are we gonna get here? It's gonna take forever, but I do like this trailer, actually. It's kind of a cool looking trailer. Like I said before, when I first bought it, I wish the inside was a bit more, looked a bit better, but usually it's filled anyway, so what difference does it make? 45. Actually, we're not going to have enough. Well, we'll see. We'll see. As a quick little FYI, I'm using open broadcast software for this particular recording. So I'm recording it. Oh, geez, go figure. Look at that. 47,000. Jeez. I'm using open broadcast software for this particular recording. So let me know on the quality. Do you guys like it? Do you guys not like it? Is the sound okay? Is the main question I want to ask here. Does the sound... What is this tractor doing? Is the sound okay? And if it is, fantastic. What I'll do is I'll probably record with this particular setup for the time being, just because it is going to work out well, I think. Oh, I was trying to do a little turn there, but I couldn't because it's the way the combine was stuck or set there. I don't know, stopped. I guess, I don't know. Actually, we can just sell another load of, well, what are we gonna have here? So we're at 26,000 liters of corn at the moment. So if we sell what we get off this field, will probably be over 50 grand. So that will probably be a nice, yeah, we'll be able to get the new header then. The question is how much extra we'll have, because we only need $49,000, and I could just buy the header right now if I took a loan, but what's the point if I'm just gonna have to well, there really is no point of buying the header because I can't use it, I can't move it at all at the time being. So let's just do this. Yeah, that's the right. So that's the reason why I'm not going to buy it this particular time. I'm just going to wait for the wait for the guys to finish harvesting the field here, and then we'll go from there and see what's what and who's who and all that jazz. So yeah, that's the other reason I had to come over here, because I had a feeling that Cummings was going to finish up. Dude, I do like the way this truck looks. I don't know why. I wish it weren't, I think it's a sleeper. It looks like a sleeper at least. But it still looks cool. And I wish that hole weren't there. right in the back there, but you don't notice it most of the time because you have a trailer on, but it's a cool looking truck. Alright, let's come over here and let's just see if this actually revs up. I'm just curious. I don't think it will, but I'm just going to be quiet for a second and just listen to see if I can hear it. Oh, it does! Okay, that's cool. That's awesome. I wasn't sure. Because I know this overloader will do that with some tractors, but not every tractor, I think. So it'd be cool if it like stopped, and then when the RPMs revved up, it started puffing smoke out there. That would be really cool. I don't think it did. Did it? No. I don't think it did. Alright, so that's what it looks like right there. And then if I'm going to hit the discharge key, no, it actually takes the smoke away. Oh. I guess that would probably make sense. But it'd be cool if it like did a little plume of smoke and then did it. But, ah well, that's still pretty cool though. I approve. Oh goodness. Alright. So that's what we're going to do. We are going to wait for this guy to finish up, and then we will go from there. Off camera, actually. Where is this guy here? This guy will work, I suppose. Off camera, between this episode and the last episode, I did a little bit of... I cut a little bit of grass. And that's in order to make our... In order to keep just storing the farm here, so it'll give us enough to give to our pigs and whatnot. Just because I didn't want to show you on camera, because it would have been... I set it up with Courseplay, just let it run basically is what it boiled down to. Should probably feed our pigs a little bit of water here. They're hurting units right now. We haven't given them any water. All they have is silage, aka grass. So let's go ahead and fill this sucker up here. It's too bad there's no water on this map, actually. No obvious water sources, at least. Because if there were, I could probably fill up this trailer for free, but alas, I cannot. So we're going to go ahead and fill this up. It looks like it's not going to be too bad. We'll probably have enough money anyway, so I'm not that worried about it. But, oh, it matches. Look at that. That's cool. We're probably going to have enough money regardless, so we're going to see what happens. This doesn't make any sense at all. Why is there a phone booth at someone's house? Maybe this is not someone's house. I guess it's our house here. Hurry up. Holy cow. What was that? Couple grand it looks like? That's probably enough. I might as well wait for it at this point in time. I've been waiting for my farmer's forum for this month coming up. I haven't gotten it for April yet, which makes me kind of sad because I like reading that newspaper. That's like my go-to newspaper for farm-related news. So that's why I like reading it and whatnot. Actually, I was talking to a couple farmers this morning. I was asking them when do they think they're going to be planting in Ontario here. And they both predicted end of April if the weather is really nice, which is never the case, or starting of May, I believe is what they were saying. Like mid-May, maybe somewhere in that area. So that's what they were saying. Something along those lines. Alright. Nope. Oh, that's sad. There's no trigger. So usually if you refill other things, this little arm will come down, but not for the pigs apparently. So I'm gonna give half of this to these pigs and half to the other pigs, or else we'll have inefficiencies with our pigs. Actually, they're doing pretty good. So we got 40 pigs so far, and that's with only 20% productivity, remind you. If we had higher productivity, then we would probably we'd be swimming in pigs at the moment. But of course we're not at the moment. I did pick up another... Where is it here? Not that. Maybe it's not here. Anyways, I did pick up another livestock trailer. Oh, and I put the Ural in here. This truck is what I wish the GMC was like. I haven't tested it out yet, but based on what I've seen, it looks pretty darn cool. So maybe I'll do a little mod mashup on that today or something, because it's I'm kind of curious what it seems like. Excellent. So now our pigs are up to 31%, both of them. This is good. And we spent, what, $4,000 on them? Don't know why I went around this the side of the pig barn, but we did. And head back towards the farm, Iain. That would be helpful. Yeah. So yeah, it is an interesting little truck from what it seems like. I will have to probably take a look at it, of course, before I start using it. I do that with pretty much everything just to see how it works and if I like it or not. So here's the grass. I cut a little bit of grass off screen. I think I cut more than just a little. Let me just check how much grass it actually is. 254,000 liters of grass. Yeah, so a little bit off screen. And that was basically just so you didn't have to see me go around in circles. Cutting grass, basically. Hay. Whichever you prefer. I'm just going to put this in here, actually. Because I don't need to put it all the way back over there again, because all of the animals are over here, basically. Got our cows over there. Sheep are over there, behind the other shed there. And, yeah, they're pretty much all over in this area. So, the next big thing we're going to try and do to get these pigs producing more, I should say, is we're going to try and get them a little bit of TMR, which means we need straw, which we don't have, silage, which we can make, and grass. The problem I just realized is that we don't have anything to collect straw. That's going to be a problem. These are pretty cool. I should probably use one. I should try and use one of these this time around. It just gives your animals mixed rations, basically. It's kind of a cool little thing. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to have to see about that because we don't have anything that will pick up straw. We could bale it. What do we got here? These are the bales I'd like to use. The big squares. Not that I don't love this 864 premium, but if I do a humongous field, I'm not gonna want to pick up round bales or move them. Squares might be a bit more useful in that situation, at least. But let's check out. We could do the Colossus Quantum. Done that before. These are the big dogs. They're pretty big, actually. Yeah. I don't know why these are here. This is from the Zill pack. It never made sense. They're all put in loading wagons for some reason. Didn't make any sense to me. Really? Come on now. You've just been chilling out here the whole time. Jeez. That's what I get for using an articulated tractor, I guess. They just wiggle around and don't unload the combine like he's supposed to. Because probably what happened is when he initially lined up, he was fine, but obviously, see, yeah. So he turned and probably moved it away slightly, and that's probably what happened. All that, jeez. Does look pretty cool though, to have that Cummings on there like that. It's pretty decent. Yeah, so I think that's the problem we're gonna run into if we do straw. Is that we don't have any way to pick up the straw, which is kind of annoying. But I guess that's kind of the way it is. And then if we do have a lot of pigs as well, we're gonna have to sell the pigs. Oh goodness, I get the feeling we're gonna need to make a lot of money. Now there is a canola field right there. We don't own it, however. That's the problem. That is what field 7 of this? We don't own that field, so I feel a little uncomfortable harvesting someone else's field, is what it boils down to. But it would be, I suppose I could do that, or I could do silage. Both are kind of quote-unquote cheaty, I suppose. That, or I could just do corn multiple times. Which would be the problem I'd run into, probably. Because I would be I'd be like planting corn again, or planting, well, I guess let me check the prices here. For barley? Why is barley at 611 a liter? I don't know if you guys can see that, but that says elevators, barley, 611. Something's wrong there. That's... But it's only there, too. Because at the inn, it's 331. Yeah, only those two places. So maybe they just really need barley at the elevators. But there's no great demand for them or anything, so I don't understand. Alright, so I think we're going to end the episode there. So what I'll do off camera is I will finish harvesting the rest of this cornfield once again. And then I will sell the rest of the corn that we get. And then I'll come back when we have the header. And I'll probably plant this field. We'll see. We'll see. But I'll definitely sell the rest of the corn I get off this field. And see where we end up from there. And is there anything else? No. We may do some more silage just to make some more money. We'll see what happens. We'll see. Anyways, my name is Iain Robson. This has been Farming Simulator 2013 on Central Kansas. Talk to you guys later.